Hello, and welcome to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm your host, Deanne Kincaid. Today's guest is Jen Brady, a filmmaker from Scottsdale Community College. She's going to tell us about her film called Not a Girl. Welcome to the show, Jen.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to get to talk to you about this film because I've seen the film and I think it's fabulous. So
Thank you.
I understand that you were inspired to be the writer, director, and the editor of this, and it's a documentary about your son. How did he inspire you?
Yeah, so I was in the Scottsdale film school class for documentary, and we had to shoot a project. So that was something that was actually going on. The subject of the film was something that we were actually dealing with at the time with my son.
At home, this issue about the hair long and hair short, because
Right.
I understand this is about his having long hair because of his cultural identity. Tell me a little bit about his cultural background, why he had this beautiful long hair that had to be cut off.
I mean, it wasn't anything that we had really thought about, but I just had kept his hair long because some of the members of my family have done that. We're Native American on my dad's side, so that was just something that, like I said, was
Normal in your
yeah.
family to have long hair.
Right.
But when he went to school, what age was he when this started to be an issue?
So this is about when he was 7 years old.
And so that's about the beginning of elementary school.
So he was about first grade.
And the kids were giving him a hard time about his beautiful long hair?
Yeah, so he was coming home upset because kids were calling him a boy. A boy had confronted him in the bathroom, saying that he shouldn't be in there because he was a girl. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So the gender identity was in question even.
Right.
Wow. And so you were inspired to start recording how this transition would take place.
Right.
And your film is called Not a Girl.
Yes.
So we're going to take a look at this film right now to see what came out of this wonderful documentary effort, where Nicholas was being bullied at school about his long hair, and it became the dividing line between his cultural identity and social acceptance. So let's roll that film now, please.
What I want to talk to you about today is when the boys at school had made fun of your hair. Well, what have they been saying to you?
They're saying it's impossible for boys to have long hair.
Why would cutting your hair make you happy?
So I don't have to be bullied anymore?
Well, I would rather those kids just stop bullying you.
They can't stop. They're little kids. They never stop. They'll never stop thinking I'm a girl because my hair is long.
Well, do you remember what Auntie Harriet had told you?
Not really much.
Auntie Harriet had told you that a lot of the times when people don't know about that, it's because they don't know that you're Native. You don't think that's something you want to try? Telling people that you're Native?
I don't know. I don't think it will change their minds.
I feel like you're going to be losing something tomorrow when you cut your hair. I mean, it's a part of you. Your hair is a part of you. It's a part of who you are. Everyone knows Nicholas has long hair. I don't want you to make a decision because you're scared, and I don't want you to lose a part of yourself.
That's very special? To you?
Yes. Is it special to you?
Not really that much. Did I ever tell you that a boy kissed me? I was drinking water and then he went by me and then he kissed me on the cheek.
Did he say anything?
Nope,
Why did he kiss you?
'cause he thought I was a girl.
How do we teach our sons to be brave when we allow fear to dictate their decisions? How do we teach them to be proud when we ourselves walk in shame? Do we accept their conformity because our ancestors bore defeat? And are we happy when they lose themselves, yet smile and say, "This is who I want to be"?
Welcome back to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm here with Jen Brady, the filmmaker of the film you just saw called Not a Girl. Now, tell me, first of all, how did you shoot this?
So I did it with the Canon camera, with my iPhone. Some of the shots are with the iPhone, and also the iPad.
So you had 3 different sources of media,
Yes.
a Canon camera, an iPhone, and an iPad.
Yes.
And how the heck did you edit all that together then?
Just put it all together and saw how it looked.
What did you edit on?
I used the Avid Media Composer.
So you fed all that media into the Avid and then started piecing it together.
Yes.
But did you tell me that you used the phone for one aspect of it and the camera for another aspect?
So the camera ended up being, the initial intention was to do the camera, but then I just ended up using it for B-roll mostly. And then the iPad and
The iPad was used for more of the audio for the conversation, whereas the Canon camera was used for B-roll. Like I saw some of that great footage of the powwow. Was that at Mesa Community College?
no, so it was out at Scottsdale. It was the Red Mountain Eagle powwow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you attend that where he is exposed to his native culture, and then when he goes to school, how old was he when this first became an issue?
7.
He was 7. So he goes to school and the kids are teasing him because not many people, or if any, have long hair there,
Right.
correct?
Right.
So then what was the effect on Nicholas once he was eager to get his hair cut, I take it?
Well, yeah, he was ready, and it was something that he had asked to do, and and probably one of the reasons why I had chosen, to do this subject, just because we knew, that he was going to have to make a choice, whether or not he wanted to cut his hair, and that's what he decided to do. So.
And I forgot to mention what his cultural background is.
Oh, so he, on my dad's side, were Native American, Mexican American, and then on his dad's side, he's Mexican American.
So around the family, there were a lot of long-haired men.
There's a few,
Yeah.
my dad's had long hair at some points, and on his dad's side, actually, he has cousins who are Native American, so they have long hair too. So it's not anything that he wasn't exposed to,
Right.
but it just became different when he went to school because, he goes to a different school than his cousin, so he really was the only boy, with long hair.
And how did the haircut affect him?
He
Was he
changed.
different?
Yeah, he changed into a different kid because he was, when he was going through that, it was just affecting his, his mood, and he didn't really want to go to school.
Oh.
So after that, he
Perked up?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. It's a shame to lose that beautiful hair. On the other hand, it's so important for kids to feel like they fit in. So this was a documentary film that you did for the documentary class at Scottsdale School of Film and Theater?
Yes.
And who's the instructor for that class?
It's Dr. Penelope Price.
Dr. Price, and she's been teaching there a long time for the documentary class. She's an excellent instructor, I know.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do in the future? Are you working on another film now?
Not currently. I'm trying to finish up my bachelor's in humanities, and then I've applied for an MFA program in Santa Fe for creative writing, so I'm just waiting to see what happens with that.
Oh, wow, in Santa Fe. That's a great town to explore your artistic side.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that we need to tell is that you entered this film in the 2017 Scottsdale Short Film Festival, and you won for Best Editing.
Yes,
Were you excited?
I was.
But you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
no,
by
yeah.
a fluke, you didn't go to the actual film festival. So although you did win the prize was a color editing suite, a day with the color editing suite at Sneaky Big Studio right here in Scottsdale. And you didn't know
I
that
didn't
was the
know, yeah.
prize. so you didn't get to use it.
Right.
That's such a shame. So to all you filmmakers out there, if you enter your film, be sure to make use of that prize, because the film festival's coming up and we have great prizes for all the filmmakers. So Jen, did I skip anything that you wanted to talk about regarding this film? Because this was quite an interesting film.
Yeah, you know, I enjoyed making it. I thought, you know, I mean, because even though it did, I think
It
what
told the story
yeah,
that you wanted to tell?
yeah.
It's a cultural change, really, a cultural change. So, well, we thank you very much for coming on the show today. I hope you've enjoyed today's show with filmmaker Jen Brady. I'm your host, Deanne Kincaid. Thank you for watching.